What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in today's video. I am going to be talking about my first fight experience along with a cast of guys that have fought in Street Beefs all over Street Beefs Scrapyard, Street Beefs West Coast, and I'm going to be adding on to the segment if you guys like that. So,
Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Free Smoke here, aka the Money Fight. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man, I'm here to talk about my Street Beefs experience and what it was like to compete through that organization and through that branch that Scarface created. And I really gotta say, my first fight, it was the very first Street Beefs event for the West Coast. And I remember just going in there. I said, man, I'm gonna have a kickboxing match. It's gonna be perfect. Everything was gonna be good. I ended up getting there. Nobody wanted to do kickboxing that day, so I ended up having to resort to a different match. So I did a boxing match. In the boxing match, I faced some dude. He's no longer with us in the group, but I ended up fighting him to a close loss. I took the loss in the decision. And, at the end of the day, I can't even be mad at it. It is what it is. Of course, everyone hates to lose. But I learned from it. And then I came back a few months later at the Street Beefs West Coast 3 event, and I had my redemption fight, as I like to call it. And I got the kickboxing match I was looking for. And, I was just nervous. I just wanted to get that. I wanted to get that win so bad. So, yeah, the fight comes around, the redemption fight comes around, and it's just, it's exactly how I thought it would go. Kickboxing, I showed my skills. I learned from the last one, trying to let my hands go a little bit more and, be more effective. And I ended up coming out with a W in my second one. But overall, the experience for Street Beefs is just, unmatched. Everybody in that group is family. Everybody in that group, loves everybody, nobody's there to, put anyone down. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, because everyone's still going to support you at the end of the day. So yeah, that's just some type of group that I like to be a part of, and and I'm glad to be a part of. So, but that would be my Street Beefs experience and what it was like for me. So.
What's up, everyone? It's Droc coming to tell you about my Street Beefs experience at, I believe it was Street Beefs 4 in Vegas. It was very fun to go up to Vegas and fight. But like anybody else, if you're not nervous, then you ain't human. I was definitely nervous because I knew even as an alternative, I'm probably going to get a fight no matter what. I didn't know who it was, so that was kind of the thing that was rattling in my brain, is not knowing who you're going to fight, mentally prepare for stuff like that. So I'm like, dude, this is like just a lottery. Ended up knowing I was going to fight WA, and it was definitely nerve-wracking because I've seen his fights, and he's definitely good, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really nervous, and all of a sudden I step inside that cage, and it was a small cage. I think it was 14 by 14, and it's definitely intimidating because it doesn't leave a lot of room for error. That being said, I lost the fight, but it was definitely an experience that I could take and use it for my advantage in the future because I've been fighting since 2017, and it was a fun experience. There was genuine people, good people. Even though I lost, I still had a lot of support and love from people. So it's definitely a family I like being a part of. It was just overall great experience. I can't really say one bad thing about it. Everybody was just really cool, and I can't wait to see this company grow and see where it goes from there.
Hey, Buddy V here, the modern day Aztec warrior. Shout out to Moose for making the video. And today's topic, we'll be talking about our first Street Beefs performance. So mine was up here at the Scrapyard location in Washington. And, it's like a kid on Christmas the night before. I'm so antsy. I want to open it up. I want to know who I'm going to fight. Driving up there, same feeling. The weigh-ins, I kind of just put up this little wall, being standoffish. I've never been to a fight event ever, so I didn't know what to expect. And, you get a bunch of fighters around. I kind of expected, there'd be some hotheads. Quite the opposite. everybody was friendly. The staff was very engaging, talkative, informative. You know, Fire Chicken Steve's going around helping people out, answering questions that need to get answered. And then finally, I sit down. I'm talking to fighters, my weight class, other weight classes. And the best part was actually the fact that the person I talked to the most that event ended up being my opponent, Gumby. And when we got in the cage, you know, we were both fighters, put everything aside, we're there to fight. We get it done, and he came out victorious. I definitely was not as prepared as I thought I was. I definitely was not as conditioned as I thought I was. I got winded way faster than I thought. And afterwards, same thing. We just started talking again, just BSing, having a good time, and I was talking to everyone else. And I even got a hot dog there. I got some food. Just had a good, overall, a great experience. And it really made me think, like, wow, this is what Street Beefs is about. It's more of a family. It's not anything that what I expected. And I had a blast. Now, I also had the liberty of, or the privilege of being able to fight for the West Coast. Shout out to Martin and Alex. Now, even though it was my third fight, my first experience at West Coast, because I want to go down again, was very hospitable. They're so nice. They helped out. Both of them answered any question. They let me know what's up. They were helping engaging with all the other fighters too. And once again, all the other fighters were actively engaged with people. You know, I said what's up to Kilo, you know, Darkness, Shinigami. We got the Oni, who was cool as hell too. Moose. We were talking, all sorts. Killer B. And it was really fun. And I mean, I can't replicate it. And I don't think anyone else can. I don't know why you'd want to be a part of anything else. So I think that it was a great experience, and I'm going to continue being a part of Street Beefs for as long as I'm allowed to, I guess, because it's a blast. So thank you very much.
So August 15th, 2020, the day before, I was stressed out. I knew fight day was tomorrow in California. I live in Arizona, and I have dogs and stuff. I had to find a sitter. So I'm getting all this situated, and I got to worry about fighting, training. So I make my drive over there, which is 5 hours, and I get to a park nearby. I show up a little bit before the event. I do my stretches. I get ready. And when I get into this event, I'm expecting there to be a few just average Joes. I don't know what I was expecting, but as soon as I walk into the yard, I realized real fast that there's a bunch of killers here, and not killers as in, you know, jerks or anything, but I'm saying there was freaking a bunch of dudes that were full out gear. They were smacking pads. They were training in the yard, getting ready for their fights and stuff. And so I'm thinking, dang. So I'm stressing. I'm looking around, and I don't get called for 5 hours. So I watch about 70 to 85% of the fights go down, and people are getting knocked out. People are freaking, it's crazy. And they say, okay, Moose, you're next up, and you're fighting Lamanite. And so I'm like, all right. And they show me who it is, and he has a shirt on at the time. And I'm like, oh, him? Okay, let's run that. Because he had a long sleeve on, so you couldn't see nothing. And I was literally thinking in my head, like, I'm going to do a flying knee. Like, I'm going to George Masvidal this dude. And definitely did not go down like that. As soon as he took his shirt off, I was like, yep. I was, it was too late because I was in the ring. But I was like, okay, like, this isn't an average Joe right here. And we had a great fight. I ended up getting dropped at the end of the first round, and it sapped all my energy, so I couldn't go into round 2. But I had an amazing experience, and you know, I was dying afterwards. Freaking somebody's girlfriend and they were helping me out, giving me water, and freaking it was wild. I definitely, after the fight, I was like beyond exhausted, and people were like, oh, that was an awesome fight, like cheering me up, telling me I did great even though I lost. And man, I had an awesome time. So hope you liked my first experience ever.